So if you're an Amazon influencer, one of the most important things that you must be paying attention to and applying in your everyday business is a strategy, right? Whatever that strategy may be, whether it's career connection free samples, product research, or my favorite is Airbnbs. So today I want to go over a quick overview of what the Airbnb strategy looks like. What are some of the things I look for when I am sourcing for these homes? So let's get right into it. So when it comes to this Airbnb method, what are some of the things that I look for when it comes to sourcing for these homes, right? So a very important thing to look at is you want to look for products in these homes that are or homes that are modern, temporary, right? You want to do is stay away from like the old, outdated homes, because typically what you're going to find is if the stuff is older in there, the stuff is outdated, a lot of stuff is not going to be on Amazon, right? So you don't want to make an investment if you're not going to get a return for that investment in the form of product review videos. So you could expect anywhere from 50 to about 100 reviews depending on the size of the home. So what you want to do is create your Airbnb account. If you don't have one already, go ahead and create one. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do this, right? So the biggest metro area to me is Los Angeles. So we'll just type in Los Angeles, and we'll just do today's date, right? And I'll explain why I do today's date. Now, a couple of things you want to add. You want to make sure that you select homes here and then number of guests, right? This we could always change it, but you want to typically put like 5 or 6 because this is gonna give you the bigger homes, the 3-bedroom, the 4-bedroom. So right off the bat, what are some of the things that I see here? The cool thing about this layout is that you can see the map and just kind of see how far these homes are to the proximity of where you live. So one of the things I start doing is I see, okay, this is a 5-bedroom, so that's interesting. Something I'm going to take a closer look at because I want the bigger home, the more bedrooms, the more furniture. So this is actually a good example. Once you make it here to the first photo, what you're going to be doing here is you're going to be looking for the furniture items, right? You can look at the flooring, you can look at the wall accents, you can look at the different decor, right? The big furniture is the stuff that we want because this is the high ticket items that could potentially be on Amazon. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to zoom in, so you can just zoom in like so, take a photo with the Amazon lens, see if it picks it up here. Now it's impossible to find everything with the Amazon lens because obviously we're limited to what the angle that we can take the photo, but for the most part you can zoom in to some of these photos and then take pictures of with the app. So stuff like, you know, these artificial plants, the action chairs, the coffee tables, the area rugs. These are a lot of things. These are some of the things that we look for when we're sourcing for these Airbnbs. You want to look at any kind of like paneling, like these black panels here. That's an add-on, so that could be on Amazon. This range hood, these light fixtures, the stools, these glass doors could potentially be on Amazon. This little wine rack. It's another thing that can be on Amazon as well. So as you can see here, this is like more modern contemporary style home. So this is the type of stuff that you want, right? The range, you can go ahead and scan that. The faucet, the kitchen sink, the faucet, like I mentioned. Sometimes these cabinets, just depends, the handles themselves. And one of the things you can do if you have time at Airbnb, you can open up all these cabinets, go through like pots and pans, sets, bed frames, this little accent paneling right here, this clock, TV, this dresser, the door, right? Door handles, the little bench here, these vents, these lights, like literally scan everything. If you can't scan it here, scan it when you're there because there is so many products that they're easily missed, especially if you haven't done enough Airbnbs to know what some of the things to look for. You could take these sheets off, right? Scan the sheets, take the sheets off, look at the mattress underneath. Sometimes those mattresses are on Amazon, especially they're like the memory foam. The door locks, accent chairs. Every room is going to have similar products, but these are some of the things that you want to pay attention to, especially when you are inside these homes. These vanity mirrors, the shower doors, the flooring, the tile, the shower head. This whole shower head, it's a pretty cool shower head. Now every bathroom is going to be a little different, right? Vanity here. This is a phenomenal example of what are some of the things that I'm looking for. Outdoors, right? You can do like, you can scan obviously these patio chairs here, the mailbox, this little light fixture. Scan that outside if they have a pool, the patio furniture, the umbrella, this little artificial plant outdoors tree. Now, if it has a pool, it's going to have the pool pump, right, and the pool filtration system. So you can go ahead and scan that. That stuff is on Amazon, and it's high ticket. So this is a good example of something that I would be interested in. So definitely take a closer look if you are looking for Airbnbs. Take a close look at some of the stuff that is on there. So what do you do after that, right? So you have a couple options. So as of right now, it is 3:30 p.m. my time. So what you want to do is, this home right now is available and is probably not going to be booked out. It's going to remain vacant for the night. So you have a little bit of leverage, right? Now, if you have a brand new account with no reviews, it's going to be a little bit harder, but you can still try this out. So what you're going to do is you're going to go here to the host. You're going to send them a message, right? Message host. And then what you're going to do is simply send them something along the lines of, hey, I'm an Amazon influencer or content creator. I like to use content creator. I create short form shoppable videos. I'm looking to utilize your space for about 4 hours, 5 hours to create some content. I'll be the only one in the home, and it'll just be me and my phone. No professional cameras, something along the lines of that. Is this type of usage okay before I proceed? They're, for the most part, they're going to be like, okay, well, they may ask you a couple questions like, okay, what type of content, what do you do, right? And you don't have to give them specifics, right? The main thing that you want is you want to get the permission to let you come in and record. You can tell them you do product reviews for the stuff that's around the house. You can definitely do that. Or you can just tell them you're going to create content. You know, for the most part, they won't ask you. I never had anyone ask me really what specific content do I create, right? Because they look at your reviews, right? Once you establish your account, have some positive reviews, then they're going to go, and the first thing they're going to do is read those reviews. They might even search your name on Google, but for the most part, I've never had anyone really ask me what type of content. I just tell them content for social media, TikTok, Amazon, you know. Once you do that, once they say, okay, what you're going to do is you're going to respond back with, can a special offer be arranged given that I'm only going to be in the home for 4 hours? Everything will be left clean as it was found. So if you're trying to negotiate a special offer, like we are in this case, what you want to do is you want to make sure that, well, you have the most leverage, right? Because you are interested in paying for the night. You're telling them you don't need the house clean. So therefore they don't necessarily need the cleaner to come in. So they can typically, and they will negotiate some kind of discount for you. So this is typically how I do it. Now, the other option that you can do is you can tag team with someone. You know, here's like $519. If you reserve it, it's going to be, you know, if it's between two, split it down the middle, and it's even better. In that case, you don't really have to ask them for a special offer. I mean, you can, but you could just split the cost, and then you guys can both go review products in this home. Let's take a look at another example just to kind of show you guys what are some of the type of homes that are out there. Hey, this one looks pretty cool. So obviously the prices are going to vary for city to city. This is, you know, Southern California, so the prices are going to be a little bit more expensive than other parts of the country. But for a good rule of thumb, just take a look at what's inside the home. Right? Stuff like this, you won't know if it's on Amazon until you scan it, right? Some of this stuff is like a little too high end, maybe potentially, even because this is in West Hollywood, but a lot of the stuff will be on Amazon, right? But you have to scan it. Scan, you know, take your time with this. I'm looking for about, at least, if I can scan a good majority of products and they pop up on Amazon with reviews, with customer reviews, meaning like 4 or 5 stars, that's an indicator for me that the product is selling and I can potentially go and make a video for it, right? Take a closer look at what some of these products inside these Airbnbs. As you can see, no Airbnb is the same. You will find similar products when you are reviewing some of these homes, but don't worry, you know, just create another video for it. It's fine. So I hope this brief introduction into the Airbnb strategy can kind of help you and understand how we go about this as Amazon influencers, the way that you can approach it is something different to kind of help that pipeline of products, right? Because we all know the one thing that's the most important as an Amazon influencer is the products that you're getting. Do you have a constant flow of products? Maybe you went to your parents' home, friends and family, maybe you've done career connections, but you're looking for a different alternative or for an alternative method that's effective that you can get your hands on products that are higher ticket. So hope that helps, and I will see you guys on the next video.